And these guys don't give Wenger this prep. These guys don't give Wenger his respect. In today's news, it is said that the Gunners are looking to improve their forward line in the summer. With someone everyone knows to be one of the top strikers in Europe, Arsenal is being linked with Victor Osimhen once again, and this journalist believes that Arsenal will go in for the Nigerian this summer. We're also going to see how Arsene Wenger transform English football, with Gary Neville being the vehicle to this transformation. Let's get straight into it. What's up guys? Welcome back to Robz Arsenal Recap, and in this video we bring you all the latest, the juiciest, the gossip news of the day. So today we're going to get into it. We see Charles Watt basically said that Arsenal is going to go in. Arsenal are going to go big next summer. It's going to be a striker. That's the area they will definitely look to improve. I think they need to improve it as well. Maybe not to improve on what they've got, but to improve their options. It will be nice to have another different option as a central striker. Now, if you watch my previous videos, I've been saying that when we got linked to Victor Osimhen, I've been saying that I believe Mikel Arteta is a bit stubborn. I can't see him giving up on Nketiah. I can't see him giving up on Jesus. I believe that he's going to give these players the biggest, the longest opportunity there is. However, I still believe that this is part of his process. Now, another video I made about his process is the entire process since he came to Arsenal and what we are and where we are right now. I've basically showed the entire process of what he called the process. He starts off with defense. He starts off with improving the defense with Pablo Mari, Cedric Soares, and rubbish players like that. But at that time, it was better than what we have, which is Mustafi, David Luiz, and Socrates, and Bellerin, and players like that. So even Cedric Soares, even though Cedric Soares is not that great, he's 100%, or he was 100% better than what we had at the time, which is Bellerin. Same thing with Pablo Mari. Then he starts to go to the forward line, which is you got William and players like that. Didn't work out. However, we see him try to improve bit by bit. Starts off with the defense. The first biggest transfer we got was Gabriel Magalhaes, centre back. The next one, Ben White, right back, centre back. So we see he starts off with improving the defense. Then he got Thomas Partey, and he continued to go from back to front. Now we see that he went last transfer window. We got Rice, Kai Havertz, and Raya. Now we're missing one player. He's got players in every position apart from one, and I believe that next summer, I agree with Charles Watts that next summer it's going to be a big striker. And we see there's lots of big names going about right now. Being linked with Arsenal. Victor Osimhen, my preference. We see that Ferguson from Brighton. We see Ivan Toney, admittingly that, listen, he loves our Arsenal play, and for me that's a cry out plea to Arsenal to say basically, man, come in for me, I'm waiting. And we see him, Ivan Toney, also change agency. So I believe he means business. After this ban, after he comes back from this ban, he's going to look for a big move, and I believe that Arsenal could be in the mix. But Victor Osimhen, I see him as one of the biggest strikers in Europe right now. One of the biggest. When Nunes came to the Prem, I thought it would be between Haaland and Nunes, but Nunes has let everyone down. So potentially Victor Osimhen could be that rival Haaland need in the Premier League. So hopefully, fingers crossed, we're going to be getting Victor Osimhen in the summer, because I believe that's part of the process, Mikel Arteta process, that he keeps mentioning that we need to trust the process. We need to have faith in the team. We need to have faith in him and the board and the owners. So this is it, that starting from defense, our defense is basically solid. I believe that when Timber comes back, it will be more solid, I should say. As well, I see we're getting linked with Diamande. I believe that we can get Diamande. If not Diamande, another right-sided centre-back, because we need about 2 players in each position strongly. The centre-forward is the one position I was saying that possibly it could be crowded if we get 3, because we've got Nketiah, we've got Gabriel J. The only reason we can accommodate another striker or centre forward is if one of those players go to the wing occasionally, right? That's when we can have more fluent team, or have everyone getting some game time. That's what I believe personally. So in other news, Arsenal's special diet under Arsene Wenger was nabbed by Manchester United after being spotted on England duty. That is the recollection of an amused David Seaman, who spoke about Gary Neville's reaction when he saw what the Gunners stars were eating during the international camp. Legendary three-time Premier League winning boss spoke to his former keeper on the Seaman Says podcast. With one topic of conversation, his groundbreaking methods. One of those methods was the new diet regime, which Dr. John Crane saw fit to carry on with England. Speaking on the podcast, the host said, when you came, you were so far ahead. You were that far ahead of every other club. I remember one instance when we went on England duty and Dr. John Crane was our doctor, but also the England doctor. We went to England and we were on our special diet and we were eating. Then Gary Neville, I always remember this, looked over our table. He was like, Doc, what are they eating over there? We're a team. We should all be eating the same. Gary Neville, you snake. Gary Neville is a snake. He goes out to say, so that's how he found out about what we were eating, and then he took it back to Man United. This guy needs to put some respect on Wenger's name. Seaman vividly remembers Man United Football Club copying Arsene Wenger. His whole diet regime. He's the one that brought it to England. A jovial Wenger chuckled, exactly, they copied us. The English national team killed us. You Man United fans, you have to admit it now. We are the trendsetters. We are the trendsetters in England. Arsene Wenger came to the Premier League and started to teach these English teams how to have proper diet. And these things, we know that scientifically, your diet can improve your performance. Your diet can improve your longevity in playing sports. So Wenger came in with something that's never been seen or heard before in England. And they used to glamorize Alex Ferguson. They used to glamorize Manchester United. But when Arsene Wenger came and done something different, no wonder why we went a whole season unbeaten. Because of the diet, the food that they were eating. So big up to Arsene Wenger, big up to David Seaman. And we see that this guy, Gary Neville, is the ultimate snake, is the ultimate copycat. Man's whispering to teams, doctor. Why didn't he go to Seaman? Why didn't he go to Seaman and say, what's going on? What are you eating, Seaman? Talk to me. Tell me what's going on. He had to went to the doctor to get information from the doctor. He's a spy. Gary Neville is a spy. He went to the doctor, get some information from the doctor, went to tell Alex Ferguson, this is what they're doing over there. This is what Wenger is doing. We need to start doing it as well. Do you see what I mean? So I don't mind you copying my idea, but give some credit where it's due. So Man United fans, you need to learn this. Learn this, that we are the trendsetters around here. You guys just follow. You see, Arteta came in charge now. Arteta setting the trend. He's doing things that people are criticizing, but in the future, I know these people, the same people are criticizing, are going to look back and say, wow, Arteta is a magician. No one thought of doing that. Just like with Arsene Wenger, when he came in and started to do certain changes, starting to implement certain things, I guarantee was being criticized, especially by the English media, because the English media is so narrow-minded. So I guarantee it was being criticized. But now we see the benefits. Now everyone's doing it. It's the same thing with Arteta. The things that Arteta is implementing, having two brilliant keepers at the back, I guarantee by next season or season after, you're going to see another big team get another good keeper fighting for this number one spot. The transitional play that Arsenal is doing, yes, he may have got some ideas from Pep, but I've seen Arsenal play different from Pep in certain systems, in certain style of play, in the build-up. That's Arteta. Playing You'll Never Walk Alone on a training pitch, revolutionary, Arteta. Right? I've never heard of any other manager done that. When that came on Amazon Prime, everyone was criticizing. Everyone. Not me. because I see that you have to give these managers space. People that are so creative, you have to give them space. Just sit back and let them do what they're doing. Because if you try to stop, if you try to criticize, if you try to interrupt their flow, their workflow, it can destroy the whole system. So when these creative people are working, they're like mad scientists. Step back out the lab, get out the lab and let them do their work. Then a few years time, you come back and see what's been happening, the improvements, and then you can make a criticism. But I'll guarantee there will be nothing to criticize, because then it will improve. In another story, I saw another player saying that Mikel Arteta's team talks, he's amazed how he can come up with so many different team talks. He's amazed. We saw the one with the light bulb. We saw the one with the photographer. We've seen so many different team talks, so many different styles, so many different ways in how he lays his message out. He translates his message to the players. There's so many different methods, so many different ways. And that's just over a period of a season. And that's not all the team talks we saw in that season. Imagine now when we're playing even better. Can you imagine why Odegaard said, I guarantee that if you went in a room with Arteta, you don't believe on every word he says. Same thing with Declan Rice. Arsenal has always had these managers, revolutionaries. And for me, Arsene Wenger was one of the greatest managers of all times. I don't care if he never won the Champions League. Just the way he played the beautiful game of football, the way he sets out his team. He doesn't compromise on the gameplay. He doesn't compromise on who you play against. Always play beautiful football. That's the foundation of Arsenal Football Club from Arsene Wenger, and it's transformed now through Arteta. So that's it there and then, guys. Make sure you like, subscribe, and share. Make sure you like, subscribe, and share, because YouTube algorithm love these things. Catch you in the next video. Goodbye.